Hi there. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope it's a great day. The daily was beautiful, so we have a lot of good energy there around us, or we can make anything better. Truly, that's true. So, today I'm gonna try some new things. I don't know where I want to go yet, but I'm just gonna try some new things and see how we like them. Today I wanted to do a quick message, but I wanted to put it in threes where you could pick, which one calls to you. I will say this, and I noticed this for myself, so just keep this in mind. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that stone's prettier. I like that word. And if that's what's really calling you, go for it. But really sit in your intuition, because I find that the one that I really want to go to is not the one that's pulling me. Happens like every time. I'm like, I really like that one. That one's so pretty or whatever. And then when I sit quietly and just be like, okay, where am I pulled to? It's never linked. That's just me personally. So it's just my advice, because it may redirect you. So take that in consideration, keep that in mind, and really sit with your intuition there for a second and see what's calling you. And maybe you want to watch all three, and maybe there's more than one that resonates or that you're being pulled to. No problem. Watch them. I mean, they're very short, so it's not going to be something long and drawn out that's going to, take a lot of your day. So with that being said, oh, by the way, these are actually Archangel cards. And I always pray to the Archangels. Let me mention also, I did not realize, and maybe you don't either, and maybe you do, I didn't realize there was so many Archangels, guys. I knew about maybe like 6. And getting this deck taught me a lot. There's like 15. I had no idea that we could call on archangels for so much more of our lives. So that's interesting. A lot of the cards have an archangel on it. Some do, some don't. So if you get one, I will tell you what archangel that is, and maybe you can work with that person, that being a little further today, or talk to the being. And I just love working with the angels. I'm gonna be honest, I love it. I pray to them every day. Me and Michael are really tight. He's my go-to. Excuse me. He's my go-to every time. But recently, because of this deck, I prayed to Haniel, and I hope I'm saying this right, because Haniel and Jeremiel, they help a lot, and Gabriel. So just beautiful. I just love working with them. And so I wanted to tell you that because number one, I didn't know if you knew it, that kind of information. And two, I'm going to do shout outs to them when I see them. So that way you'll know what in the world I'm even talking about. So we're going to use their deck today. And they're so helpful, and they can't help you unless you ask. But they are more than willing to work with you, and tons and tons and tons of others. So don't be shy. And I just wanted to show off. Me and my daughter made manifestation candles for the full moon. How beautiful. Is it burning a little? Yeah. That's what happens when you put all the herbs in there. But it's gorgeous, and I made this one for the office. We made quite a few, but this one is juniper berry and sage for cleansing and positive energy and reinforcement. And I think I put red raspberry in this one too. Smells amazing. So I thought this would be really beautiful to include. So without further ado, I will timestamp below for anyone who doesn't want to watch all three. Excuse me, or doesn't have time for that. So I'm going to flip over the first pile and we're going to get busy, okay? One moment. All right, guys, first pile, happiness. That goes really beautiful with the daily as well. Okay, so we have a page of wands, page of fire, enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, and impatient. I'm sorry, I'm reading from the side view. News of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, do things that fuel your passions, finish what you start. That's beautiful energy. What I find very interesting is that it's with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, you see how, I think that's a she. Well, it doesn't matter. How this individual is holding and looking at that cup. This is something like a goal, a dream, a desire. This is manifestation, because they're in the regular deck, they manifest the fish in the cup. It's about what really means something to you, what you're going after, what do you want, right? And about manifesting that. It's that daydream quality. So you have 2 pages. How cool is that? There's no archangel on this one. So beautiful, beautiful energy, guys. This is about brand spanking new, something coming in. It can be information. It can be something that you're already working on too, taking new life. Okay. Getting to a place where you want it to be. Good news coming in. But also there's an exploration here. So if there's a project you've been working on and you do have dreams and goals and desires for this thing, basically this says put new life into it. Don't give up. There's an exploration energy with the Page of Wands, okay? Because that's movement, action, physical movement. It's passionate though. So it's passionate driven, and it's something that's manifested. I mean, you're manifesting this. This reminds me so much about the manifestation reading that I just did. So maybe you should take a look at that one if you were called to this reading, because that was a beautiful kind of a guide on your manifestations. So beautiful energy, but there's something new coming in, some kind of new life that you can bring into this. This is very passionate and very daydreamy energy, which is great. That's great, because that is a part of how you manifest. And I don't see this in a bad way. This is gorgeous. Not to mention you have happiness. So it's good news coming in about this, or a turnaround of something, but definitely movement. So explore it further. This is not a give up energy, guys. Okay. I want to point that out. Keep going, because this is really kind of a fresh energy. So it's either bringing new life in, good news, or exploration. Okay. But wonderful. It's basically like you're going for your happiness. This is going to lead to your happiness, which is why you're staring at that cup. It's like the happiness is in your cup. And then on the other side, it's like, now you're going to get it. You daydreamed it. You know what you want. There's your happiness. And it's like, okay, now I'm going to do what I have to do to get to it. It's putting those 2 energies together, which is gorgeous energy. I mean, that's how it works, right? So that's great energy, guys. I hope you enjoyed message 1. And you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. All right, guys, for message 2, it's kindness. Kindness, okay? And we got the 3 of Swords. So we're healing something. We're going through something. This can also be a, like a look back at, you know, I don't want to call it nostalgic, but a look back at these hurts, these pains, or a relationship, or it can even be soul work, to be honest with you, like shadow work on yourself, where you're looking at how these things were caused, your role in them, how you can avoid them. It's like the word that comes to my mind is kind of clarity of the situation, to be able to heal it, but closure. Clarity and closure. Okay? So those are important here. But let me read it for you. And you actually do have an archangel down here. So, great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges. Healing understandings. Being there for those in need. Interesting. Being there for those in need. And you got the kindness card. So this can go a few different ways. You know, maybe there's someone around you in this energy. Maybe you're a therapist, or people run to you for their problems. Even if you don't have a degree, you can be a light worker in that way and attract because of your light. I mean, we all have our gifts. But I do feel this energy of healing and looking at differently in perception. Okay, your perception different. Like this could be something that happened a long time ago, or it could be fresh, and it's that looking. But I don't feel it's. Well, some of you it might be fresh, but I feel more of like that clarity, because when you're in it, sometimes you can't see it. You know, when it's fresh and raw and you can't see the bigger picture because of your emotions. But when you take the bigger picture and step out and you really look at your part or what this taught you and try to see it from a different perspective, a different point of view from the person, I feel like there's clarity here and closure. And it's really being able to move on and not hold on to that person or that relationship that just causes, you know, when they say forgiveness really helps you, but it's not just that. It's like, it's like a releasing a karmic tie. When you hold on to these things and they're really painful, it's just like karmic bonding. And then in the next life, you gotta deal with. This is why I always try to now see it from a different point of view, heal it and let it go, or try to forgive it and let it go, because some situations you just don't want to be in again, right? You want to take your lesson and you want to get out, and that's how I look at things now. So when something happens to me, or I had a really bad relationship, it was years of just turmoil, but you know what? I had to see my part in that. And when I looked at the bigger picture and what it taught me and where it brought me and just what I learned, and try to see from their perspective, it helped me, because I didn't want to have to deal with something like that again in the next life as a karmic situation. I wanted to do the lesson right here, right now, and move on. I feel that energy, okay? Now, for others of you, this is more you work with yourself, okay? This is about looking at, because the Two of Cups is really like you and your higher self. You know, that's that duality that's within you, okay? That's reaching that duality, that other half of you that's so aware and really knows what's going on. It's like in coming into unity with that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. It's also like I said, a representation of shadow work, because this is where you look at the hurts, the pains, you figure out why this happened, what this is about. How can you heal it? How can you let it go? How can you forgive others? But it's more like towards you and your personal, not just your personal relationships, but things that you've been through, patterns, toxicities, early child life. It's really about healing that energy, more shadow work energy, okay? So I feel like healing the hurts, okay? So this is really big energy. It's really big energy. And it says operate from kindness and compassion. Okay, it's having kindness in this situation, having compassion, seeing the bigger picture, and really being able to look at this differently, having that clarity, that closure, and moving on. Okay, I feel that very, very strongly. And you have Archangel AZ, and let me just look up here because I have a big old list. I can't keep up with all of them. And where is he? Okay, Archangel Azrael. Oh, this is, yeah, deep sorrow or serious loss or in need of comfort for you or someone you know. And okay, they don't have he's or she's, but the being has a creamy white light attached to them. So you can envision yourself with this light around you as a healing energy, as a protective, as a comfort energy, and you can send it to others, guys. I actually have used this for people who are really hurting and I just want to help them and I don't know how. I will send that light to them and just envision it encompassing their outline and then wrapping them like a mummy. Well, that's what I do, but you can do whatever you want. And it sends some sort of relief. Okay, So that's the suggestion with this pile. I hope you got something out of this that was very helpful to you, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. And lastly, we have my passion pile. Passion. And there's that Two of Pentacles. I feel like this has come out a lot lately. Working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. This can be an overwhelming energy, a very overwhelming energy of it's too much. It's too much. You're trying to juggle too much. You can't give everything the attention that it needs. And, that's hard. So there's a need to look at what you can do to fix this issue. Okay. What can you do? Where can you give? How can you change things? This is about change. How can you change or tweak things to better give whatever it is that's lacking? Okay, if this is personal care, you know what that is. If this is working too much and not having enough time for your family, there's a need to look at that. If it's money issues or too many jobs, the need to look at that. But it's change. It really is about change and tweaking things, and you can't keep going like this. It won't be beneficial to you or your health. Something needs to give, okay? And with passion, to me, it says you need to operate from your passions. I feel like, and this message has been coming up, that there is something passionate that you want to work on or that you're struggling with in somehow, some way. Even if it's like you don't have the money, you have to work this other job to be able to even work on your passions, right? And to take care of everything that you need to take care of. And it's overwhelming. So there's a need to look at how you can work on this, how you can change this. The Six of Swords says just that. You need to change it. That is transition. It's transition from the choppy waters to the calm waters. You got to go through it. But this is beautiful energy because it says change is coming or you need to make change, okay? And it's good because it's towards your passions and your goals and leaving more of that overwhelming energy behind. But with that card, kind of says to me that you might have to leave something behind. It might be part of the ending of the tweaking of the imbalance that you need to, work on. But it's good energy. But it says, focus more on that passion. Somehow, some way. Okay? And it's going to get easier because that's calming water you're going to. It's leaving that overwhelming feeling behind. So it's a really beautiful way to look at this and look at how you can change your life and bring more passion into it. Life is more than just work, 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 and stress. And I know that's easier said than done. I know. The Archangel here is Z. And I'm going to look up one second. Let me see where... Okay, I hope I said this. I'm going to say this right. Zadkiel. And it says, spiritual mentor, memory aid, great for tests and learning, forgiveness of self and others. And the color is indigo blue. That goes really well with this because I don't know what you're going to be leaving behind, what you're going to be tweaking, what the lack of is in your life at this time. All I know is that passion needs to lead the way somehow, some way. Okay. So again, I don't know if you watched Pile 2, but you can call in this Archangel and talk to him and ask for help because you have to ask and envision yourself or others who need this with the indigo blue light. For me personally, I like to envision an outline around the body and then wrap the body in like a mummy and of the color. Sometimes if it's health related, I'll take the color and let it go in and out of like my friend has a spine issue and I envision the colors going in and out of the discs in his back. And I also can envision, like if it's an upper body situation, the color being snug to the chest like a vest. So you do whatever, is good for you, but you can send this to others, which is really beautiful energy, and you can do it for yourself. This takes practice. It doesn't work in one day, guys, but you have to strengthen your connection with the angels, but it's so worth it, and it's really easy to do. And like I'm saying a lot now, is it's free, so why not explore it? It's free. It doesn't take a lot of time. A quick visualization. Oh my gosh, sometimes the words are coming so fast I can't keep up. But yeah, visualize this, and it helps. I'm telling you, it helps. Sometimes it takes 3 months or so, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's free. So you can send these lights to others, and you can wrap yourself in them. And you're going to need comfort, because there's something here that you really have to change. You need guidance here. There's this transition. So a need to let something go or tweak something, and it can be, a little hard to do. You're leaving the choppy waters to the calm waters. And you know what's really interesting? Look at the card where it's so choppy behind him. And if he continues on, he's going to fall on this. He's on a rope in choppy waters. Something needs to give. But I think it's very interesting that it's so choppy. And then on the other card, you're leaving choppy and going to calm. Okay? Resonates so beautifully together. And there's really a need to look at this. So I feel like you could use this energy, this light from Zadkiel, to help you with your transition. Because it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Okay? It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. So when we look at the bigger picture, I don't like that light in the way. Oh, I don't like it. Do this. Is that better? That's better. When we look at the bigger picture, it's interesting because you have passion and healing. There's a healing energy, okay? A healing, a letting go, a moving on energy. This is also kind of an energy of moving on, but it's passionate related. You're going after happiness. You're going after your passion. Be kind to yourself and others. Let things go and try not to hold on to them. I know that's easier said than done, but somewhere in this reading, and I can't remember what, I think the second one, where we're talking about how you look at things in the bigger picture and the bigger perception, okay? Take yourself out and really look at things, because certain things you do not want to relive, right? You know what that is for you. It's really painful and you're like, oh, I don't want this experience again. So really look at that and heal that so you don't have it again. That's my advice to you. It's really, when they say forgiveness is really about you, I never really understood this, but now I do. Because if you can heal this and look at it differently and let it go, and really just send love and light to the person and yourself, and just see what you've learned and what you're taking with you, it makes you such a better person. It also grows you spiritually, but it breaks the ties, okay? The ties, the links, the karmic bonding of, now we got to do this again. No, thank you. That's how you got to look at it. It's really for your benefit, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to play around, and I might do a Pickacard next week, more in depth. I got this gorgeous new journal, and I'm going to use it for a manifestation journal. I love it. I think it is so gorgeous, and I was so called to it. I almost don't even want to use it. I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up, but I'm going to go work on that. And I do suggest that if you, for manifestations, that you guys use a journal, okay? Speaking it out loud is wonderful. It's great. But there's something about on paper. Even when I do it on paper, I say it out loud. And things are really coming along. So that's just my suggestion, friendly suggestion. I know not everybody's down for writing, but there's something about it, It's just, it's so personal and really beautiful energy. So I suggest, I did I did really like sage this really good because it's real leather, and in a way I kind of felt guilty about that. So I don't know, but I still really loved it. I was so drawn to it, but I did sage it because, you know, like real leather, and it stores from animals emotions and all of those things that living beings hold within them. So I wanted to make sure I saged it really well, but I want it to be all positive all the time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I do suggest a manifestation journal. There's a lot about manifestations lately. It's like, it's high time. And I think we're coming into that age where people really need to understand how much in control they are of their own manifestations. And it's really pivotal to like take control of it. Just, yeah, grab it by the horns. Well, okay, I've talked too much. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you were able to get some valuable information from this video today, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here. Many blessings.